And we back. And we got a big, well, not really a big order, but we got a pretty substantial order of some new stuff. You know, I do want to keep collecting all my old armies and stuff. Like, I need to finish some, like, Acolyte stuff and Scions. And I need my quota of those. But before, I need to get into contemporary stuff. And I got a big, not even a big, there's so much stuff out right now. There's like these, it's like 3 times this G.I. Joe and all that. But anyways, so we got some Orky boys. So let's just get to it. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this for a minute. So let's just get to it, guys. So first, some Orkies. I don't like to destroy my box content. I got some plans for these boxes, and they have some really good art. So I got some cool little artistic ideas for it. So first off, we got my Chain Gruts and Ramasaur Rider from the Gathering Storm, which, whoa, excited. So me and my brother, you may see him on my Meaty-scape Instagram. He plays a lot of, he likes to play tons of armies, but he knows a lot about Warhammer 40k like me. And we're ready to make the WAAAGHHHH. So we got some orcs. Actually, oh! Dang. Wow. We got a straight sword too. Nice. A little bitty. But this is the Ramasaur Rider. Looks amazing. Looks real good. And then we got some Chain Gruts. So we love the WAAAGHHHH orc player. He always wanted to be an orc player. He never really got into 40k, but I did. Like, a lot. And you know what's crazy about this is, oh, they always have them hidden. I almost thought I didn't get my cards. I've been seeing, you know, Sir Heroscape's videos, shout outs. He didn't get his like Kraken card and all that good stuff, but you know, I didn't get my Chuck Harrington or my Glide Strikers, so who knows? It could happen. Accidents happen. There's a lot going on, especially when like all of us crazy Heroscape fans mass order this. And, you know, I'm a secondary order, so. Anyways, we got this boy. So people have been complaining a lot about the scaling. The little backpacks, the little chain axes. They've been complaining a lot about the scaling of these guys, and honestly, I don't really see a problem. Like, I mean, he is a little bigger, but like, even when you got humans, who isn't bigger? Like, and you got, you know, this guy, he's cool. They had a real problem with like this pose. I don't really care. I mean, they're a common figure. We're gonna have tons and tons of them, and so it's like, it's not gonna really matter when you have a big mass of them. And especially, a lot of the people that are complaining are like people that go to a lot of tournaments, professional tournaments or whatever. It doesn't really seem like they aesthetically care as much about that. Because, yeah, they're just like flopping off the battlefield all day and they don't really care, even if like the unpainted. But I think the sculpts are great. They're funny. They're orcs. Orcs are dumb. You know, they're dumb, smart guys. They got technology. You know, it's weird. We never seen orcs like this. We always see the Lord of the Rings orcs that are like Stone Age cavemen, basically. So it's really good to see something like that. It's really different. They got a good twist on it. You know, they're like kind of like in the Civil War like steampunk era, which is cool, and it goes with all the WAAAGHHH units. It's like if a Valkyrie general would summon something from a time, if people that they already have that are in there and that are big parts of the army have this technology, wouldn't you think in a wartime they would give it to people that are primitive, or vice versa? Because these guys are from a different timeline, so they're like from a different couple hundred years or however long it took for them to get to where they are, from being basically Iron Age to steampunk, like the 1900s. And like, I mean, they're still riding dinosaurs like all of our old gruts do, which is really cool. So they keep tradition. It's fun. No, good unit. And let's look at the army cards. So I did get the army cards. I thought I didn't. They tuck them in pretty good, so sometimes you can miss them. So these guys are some of the things I've been really excited for, because I love WAAAGHHH. I'm one of the few people that do, and I love the aesthetic. Like in her profile in the Tome of Annihilation, she had like a bowling cap and she looked like a mobster, and it looked really dope because, you know, she's a capitalist. And these guys are enforcers, the chain grubs. And they're WAAAGHHH Orc Common Squad, so you can have as many as you need. Enforcer, Brutal, Medium 4. They have 1 life each, move of 5, range 1, attack 2, and defensive 3 for 75 points. And this is the craziest thing, is they have a thing called Guild Boss Bonding. Before taking a turn with Chain Gruts, you may first take a turn with Champion. You control who is an Orc or who follows WAAAGHHH. So that's Blimp Boy, Zed Nesbit, that's Imperator Kane, and even Decker, the Burrow Breaker, and also Tuck Harrington, like my favorite figure, Flying Squirrel. So yeah, they're all champions, so they can all run with them and bond with them as needed, which is super dope. I'm really excited because this is my favorite units. They've been pretty weak. You know, you had to like Tanuki span to make Zed good. And Imperator Kane didn't really have too many options. He was kind of like a pseudo Grimknight, but now with this, you're gonna be able to get really in there, especially with chain axes, the same as Dorm, the Burrow Break, the Bow Breaker. I don't know. Put it in the comments of what his pseudonym is. They have the chain axes, so they can re-roll all of they can re-roll 1 missing skull. So that's really good. A lot of people have a problem with it because, you know, sometimes Heroscape is played really fast. You know, and that's okay. It's cool and good to be known as that compared to other like mini wargaming like Warhammer 40k and other Warhammer stuff. Anything like that. Those take quite a bit of time and they have huge rulebooks. So people have kind of a problem with that sometimes. But I don't see it as a problem. Like, rerolling a dice is a good ability and a versatile ability to have in a game like Heroscape. It was kind of like a minimalist game. You know, they're adding a lot of actions into turns and making it a little bit more in depth since Age of Annihilation came out and, you know, the reboot. And so it's really good and I appreciate it. But last but not least is Strong Arm. Figures engaged with 1 or more chain gruts cannot make leaving engagement attacks against figures that are not chain gruts. So that's insane. It even works against Ramasaur riders and other like orc figures, all that. So except for chain gruts. So if there's like a mirror match of some sorts, that would really suck, to be honest. But you know, they can't use the strong arm, but they can hold somebody into place, basically like how the Gladiatrons in Oldscape used to. And that's like a really, really big picked unit in Oldscape, and then those kind of builds with Blastatrons and stuff. So it's cool to see some versatility and like a big different like flavor for like the newer age orcs than the old ones, because they used to just have like disengage and weird bondings, and that was the only thing that made them good. And then they were cheap. These ones are 75 points, so you have to invest a tiny bit, but not too much. Like 150 points is not a lot in an army to have 2 squads of these guys that you're able to bond with. Because a lot of the WAAAGHHH champions, they cost a lot unless you're going with like Decker or Tug. So, and they don't have as much as crazy utility as the more expensive ones. So that's what that is. But we also got the Ramasaur Rider, and it's WAAAGHHH as well, or common hero. So he's by himself, but you have multiple of him. Champion, so he can go with them as well. Wild, large 6. So being large, he can't get like auto hitted by a lot of crazy abilities like Adelbert and stuff. 3 life, which is pretty crazy because a lot of orc heroes, unless you're like Grimnak or Tornak, like you have, you know, some of the lower life. Like even the unique, I'm pretty sure Ornak has maybe 3 or 4. You can correct me down there. But a movement of 7 because he's on a mount. All mounts in Heroscape always get like 7 minimum, which is kind of wild. Range 1, attack 2, defense 4 for 35 points. So as 35 points, starting to get units that you can start being fillers other than Anshu and Kita and all those little smaller units that you never really activate and they just stay in your starting position. So we got some use because he has First Assault 1 when attacking with the Ramasaur Rider. If the defending figure was not adjacent to that Ramasaur Rider at the start of the turn, that Ramasaur Rider rolls 1 additional attack die. So really great on just rushing it. They really want you to move the pace in new Heroscape, which is good because old Heroscape was dominated by range units and units with huge defenses that could just sit there and shoot. It's really hard for melee, so now melee is getting a real good buff because there's especially just not so many range options other than like great bows and like the new Geist Fires that came out on this wave. So pretty crazy option. So a lot of people are going in for all those first assaults and just wanting to attack first. It's a big thing in Heroscape is attacking and engaging first. Rolling attack die before they roll defense. But the crazy ability this thing has is Headbutt, which goes with this is after Ramasaur Rider makes a normal attack, there was an equal number of shields in the defense roll as skulls in the attack roll. Ramasaur Rider and the defender must each take it. So it's not may, you both take it. So if they roll the same amount of defense as you do attack, you both just get hit. Which is crazy for a 35-point unit. Which is expendable with First Assault. You want to run these guys into that hit, start fighting people, and if you have Chain Gruts with you, which you probably do when you have him, if he's not a filler, you run them in, hold them in the combat, eliminate it, and just go. Pretty crazy buff for the WAAAGHHH armies, and I'm super excited to use it this week in our weekly games. And you know, I didn't just get one, I had to get 2 of them. I had to try out 2 because I wanted a good little, good little taste of how powerful these guys could be in the future. Alright, so we got a few more things open, like a couple. Man, I'm so excited for this. This is my favorite character in this game since the beginning. I love this fool. I got my Siberius. Oh man, super excited to open this. Dude, from the beginning when you get the match set, he's one of the most sickest looking characters other than like Mimring and stuff. Man, and at that time, he came at the perfect time when it was like Lord of the Rings, and everybody was getting into that. Not a lot of people knew about it. I read the books, so it was like, oh, this is like Legolas, and Legolas is like everybody's favorite character. So, dropped him. Dude, looks so sick. Same stance as he used to have. He has like a wooden arm now. He got beat up by that dude, from the last opening, Halucia. He got his arm chopped off, tried to flex on him, but he has the same stance, and now he's just more brutal. Like, he has sick amulets. He has a little bit of a different look. So he has a sword. I wish they would have given him like a sword power. That would have been kind of cool. But I mean, he's an archer. I guess he just fights with the sword in front of him. So let's look at his card. Much needed Ular reinforcements. It's the boy Siberius. So he is from Ular. Elf, unique hero, archer, precise, medium 5, 4 life like the OG, move 5 like the OG, range 9 like the OG, attack 4. I remember the OG had 3, and then defense 2, which is like the OG, but 110 points. The old one I believe was 90? I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that, but I believe it was 90. And then his power is volley unto himself. After moving and before attacking, you may reduce Severus's range value to 6 to make up to 2 normal attacks this turn. Or you may reduce it to 3 to make up to 3 normal attacks this turn. Which is crazy. So he can shoot people from super far, mid-range, or close range, and you want those 3 attacks, so you're gonna have to run. Like, his whole thing is he's super cocky. He wants the big kills. He wants the highlight. He's the guy on your team that wants the highlight, so he wants to go to get those 3 attacks, which is pretty crazy, especially if you can get on height. I'm really excited to play them in my games, and it's not going to be a centerpiece because there's not enough elves yet, but he's going to be a big part of some of my armies, which I'm really excited about. Last but not least, we got the big boy. And I'm a pirate lover. I love One Piece. I love actual pirates, and so it's super fun to finally get this. So Thorman and the Kraken. The fucking Kraken, guys. What? Like, what? So open this bad boy up. And honestly, from what I know about this, a little bit more than just a regular opening, but also it makes a lot of unique army builds really, really good, and it's a huge box. So, boom. Got some new markers, some new colored markers. They're like gold, so they're not the same color as like the old command markers or negation markers I think Heroscape had. Cool, cool, cool. Big box, a lot of stuff in it. Alright, let's start with... Oh, it's like double. Like, I have to take the face off. Oh, shoot. More packaging. I mean, I appreciate this, I guess, a little bit more than how they used to have it. They had it with the Z. Alright. Makes more sense for how big this is. Whoa. And they just come right out, so. Whoa. So this is the first one. You see that, like, translucent? It's beautiful. It's huge, dude. It's as big as my finger. That's kind of wild. Like, look at Siberius. That's the Kraken. I mean, and as far as I know, it's like parts of the Kraken. So, yeah, he's like ripping apart a battleship. That's insane. Yeah, it's parts of him coming through like these portals, the void, because he's so huge. They just didn't want to make us spend so much on plastic to get him, I guess. I don't know. Like, this one has a whole mast on it. It's crazy. It's a huge. Quite literally. So it's just like a little technical. It's coming from the air, which is a crazy vantage point. That's wild. Very creative. Much appreciated. I love this. Dude, these like clear plastics they use, that's like one of the main reasons I buy uniques or buy the pre-painted, because I don't want those in gray. And this one has like a mast of a ship. And from what I've seen, it's just like the tips of the tentacles and stuff. It's not like the full things. Yeah, like the main, this one has one right there in the eye and all this, so it's just like parts of it. It's just warping through nothing. It's crazy. Look at this army card. This has a bunch of cards in it. In Heroscape. So, yeah, again, so yeah, it is the Kraken, Unique Squad, Monster, Unfathomable, Huge 11, 2 wounds, so every one of these has 2 wounds, move 4, range 1, attack 3, defense 3 for 100, so for a bargain, you get 5 units, which is, this is the second ever 5 unit squad in Heroscape. Have to be unique, but, and it's not really a swarm thing because it's unique, so it's really, really cool. 5 unit squad, which is the biggest that we've had so far. The big thing is that summon the Kraken does not start the game on the battlefield. After revealing a numbered order marker on a unique or unfathomable hero you control, you may place 1 figure from the squad that has not been destroyed on an empty space adjacent to that hero. Basically means anytime you have unique, even if they're a very, very weak figure that's a unique, you're afraid to take turns with like Keita or something, you have an order marker on it, you can get a Kraken piece, which kind of buffs all those builds. Really, really cool, interesting stuff. Command the Kraken once per round. Instead of taking a turn with the unique or unfathomable hero you control, you may take a turn with the Kraken instead. Which a lot of the crazy order marker switching that we've had in Heroscape as of lately spot. You know, it's like the chess game, because a lot of people do look at your stuff. As much as like people don't care, there's a lot of other things to deal with. People will look at your order markers, so it's good to have an option to kind of just switcheroo them if they're playing on a certain strategy, or if you see them doing that. And warp space. Instead of moving normally with one of the Kraken's figures, you may place that figure on an empty space within 4 spaces of that figure. If it is engaged when it starts to warp space, it will take any leaving engagement attacks. So it's so big. You see these little things on it. It's basically just warping through, so it's kind of making sense of the ability, which is really cool and kind of crazy. Imagine like 5 Kraken tentacles just warping all over the battlefield, just killing things. Real wild. And last but not least, today we have the Pirate King and the guy who kind of controls the Kraken. Hey, they even did really good with the eye. You can't see it really, but he has like this blue eye. It's really good. Doesn't look creepy like all the other eyes they've done. And he has giant black wings, which is cool. I never knew what color. I don't think anybody did. Well, he's little dreads like me, the gray, and you know, a little hammer and gun. So this guy comes with 2 army cards. First one is Bam. Yeah, he's unaffiliated, just like the Kraken. It's a Valkyrie, which is the first for Heroscape. That's why he's like compared to Severus, like huge, way bigger. Even though he's like humanoid and stuff, Kyrie's a little bigger than humans, but like Valkyries are way bigger. And like he hasn't been drinking for the Wellspring, so he probably shrunk, and he's old. So it's a unique hero, Admiral. He's dour, whatever, and medium 6, which is kind of weird. I think he should be more of like a 7, but it is what it is. Maybe a little bigger. I don't know. Like, I feel he should be a little bigger. I don't know. He has a thing called, he has 8 life, which is the highest life so far of any Heroscape hero or figure. Queen Maladrix and Adelburn, I believe, are the only 2 other ones with 8. Not even like Drake or Raylan have that much. It's kind of wild. Move 5, range 5, attack 3, defense 3 for 180 points. So stats, they just seem like some old man stats. Not really so much of a Valkyrie. He has Ragtag Armada. After revealing an order marker on and before taking a turn with Thormund, you place a gold command marker on the army card of another hero you control to immediately take a turn with that hero. You may not place a command marker on the army card of a hero with the same affiliation as the hero you control that already has a command marker. At the end of the turn, or end of the round, remove all of your command markers. So he really incentivizes you like how the Pirates have. They have so many different affiliations. Not a lot of people, I don't think, have noticed it. They have like every affiliation except for Jandar and Ular in their army, which we need some elf pirates or some crazy, I don't know, like Scottish pirates or something from Jandar. They're the only 2 that don't really have any representation in the army. I mean, the Krakens that I have not got, the Krakenlings, they are Ular, but they're not, like, they are pirates, but they're not, like, pirates. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the other guys. So, this is the Pirate King, of course. His next thing is called Pirate King. And he's also a pirate, a captain, and a king because of that ability. It's really cool. So we have Scion Bonding. It's our big Scion experiment we've all been having at our game nights with Zenithrax and Sondland and all that stuff. Swashbuckler. After attacking with Thormund, you may attack an adjacent figure 1 additional time. Thormund's attack value is increased by 2 for the second attack. So Bach Burner has that. And last week I was playing the Pirates and actually had a real good time with Bach Burner. Really wanted to justify the 125, but didn't really get there. But he did do a good job sticking up some people, killing things in the middle that need to be killed. Not really so much the critical targets, but just kind of like he was in the pile of bodies and he did a lot of damage. So Swashbuckler is good. It wants Thormund to basically attack twice. And flying for 180. Which, honestly, I feel is a little underwhelming for a Valkyrie. But, I mean, who knows when that typing. And hopefully, I don't want the generals to get into the war and stuff like that. I think that will be a little too much. The scaling will be a little too crazy, and then most armies will just be kind of built around them a lot as centerpiece, and they need to be crazy centerpieces, especially if they're having giant dragons and stuff like that fight for them. Like the size, and we see the size in the Tome of Annihilation, but like everything else, I don't know about that, guys. Like it's a little Ari for me, but this did come with a boss card, because there is a scenario. So this first side has all the same stuff, but this next side has a few different abilities. I mean, he's an admiral instead of, well, no, he's an admiral in both. Instead of being dour, he's enraged. That's what it is. And this is Thormund empowered. So like the first one is Thormund. Then we got Thormund Pirate King. Then we got Thormund empowered. So this is like, I guess, him drinking from the wellspring or something. One with the void. Oh, okay. He has 6 move, 1 range, 4 attack, and 4 defense. So he got a little bit of a buff. He doesn't have a gun anymore, but he has a buff on everything. He's a melee unit now. 1 with the void. Instead of moving normally, Thormund may place himself within 1 space of any power glyph. If he is engaged before moving with 1 with the void, he will take any leaving engagement attacks. I don't know what a power glyph is. It's not power side up or anything, so I don't. It has to be in the scenario, because we got a scenario too, so it might explain a little bit more of this. Eldritch Overlord. After attacking a figure that is within 1 space of a power glyph, Thormund may make 1 additional normal attack. At the end of Thormund's turn, if he is within 1 space of a power glyph, he must take 1 wound. If he is on a power glyph, he instead must take 2 wounds. I have no idea what a power glyph is. I'm telling you, it's probably in the scenario that the box came with, so we're going to check that out after the card a little bit. We're not going in depth in it, but we're going to go a little bit, go through it a tiny bit. He's a Pirate King, so he's all the stuff, and flying. So it's almost the same as the other card, but +1 minus the range. And he just has these weird abilities now. And then there's this. Oh my lord. There's a giant lore dump and everything, And then we got a whole nother scenario and what if. So it's just like what if scenario. All you need is the Master Set and Battle of Wellsprings, which most people already have. Very affordable. I mean, if you got this deep into this, you have to have those, most likely. I don't want to spoil anything. There's a lot of lore books that are just dropping. I want you guys to go check those out. And for people that don't know the lore, go check out the old lore. Thormund used to be the journal writer, so he was the guy that took care of everything in story and verse on some canon stuff. So check that out, guys. I don't want to ruin it all. You know, it's probably going to be online in, you know, in a week or so once everybody starts getting their stuff. So make sure to check that out if you're really interested in like set and campaign play. That's a good way to get into the game, get into the narrative, to kind of understand a little bit more about the characters if you just want to. But you got to remember too, like D&D and stuff like this will do good with these games, and anything that needs miniatures, like they can represent anything in any of your board games. But yeah, guys, this was a little bit of a long one, longer than usual. Had a little bit of storage issues in the middle, but we figured that out. Yeah, I'm really happy with my unboxing today. I didn't really get to talk about a lot of other stuff, but that's gonna be for some later videos, I guess. You know, for next time. But did a really good time. Excited to open up my other box of Gruts and get down to this. The WAAAGHHH side of stuff, super exciting, and also my boy Scenarios. Excited the most about those, and to implement it in my collection. I just need to now just basically just kind of get ordered the galleries, and I have all those ones, and I just need to start catching up to all the contemporary. There's a lot of common armies, so probably gonna be a lot of videos, but also a lot of stuff. I want to space out because you guys know how expensive this is. We got a lot of pre-orders coming in and all that good stuff, but we should be having unboxings every week at this moment. You saw one last week, saw one this week, and you're gonna see another one next week. So hopefully you guys stick around. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I love Heroscape. I hope you guys love Heroscape. Keep supporting the game. All the links down there from Renegade. You can go to the site, check that out. There's a couple cats in the community down there I like to shout out, like my boy Tales of Valhalla and Owlman, Frog Wargaming, a few other cats that are all in the Heroscape community that are more than welcome to have you on their channel, check out their content as well, and just keep this community growing, guys. It's a real fun game, super to get into, as you guys can see, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Keep coming over here, keep supporting the channel, check out all the other channels, check out all the homies, and Mr. Meat's out. We're gonna play some Heroscape. Peace.